Hello again everyone, I'm Paul, the Nitro Scholars. Welcome to this edition of the Nitro Report. Before we begin anything, I would like to apologize for not having the Monday Night Raw report on YouTube because of technical difficulties beyond my control. I could not submit the YouTube video for the Monday Night Raw report from this past Monday, so I'll give you a quick synopsis of it before we get to the Impact report from last night. Raw was interesting. The John Cena promo, although it's been criticized as one of his worst, I think he did a very good job. The pearl necklace was a nice catch, and the T-shirt "Bring It" via satellite was a very catchy idea, and that should be a great T-shirt idea. And once again, John Cena is doing the best he can. When you're going up against The Rock, you got to bring whatever A game you have, and that's what John Cena is doing. And later on in this report, I'll talk about Snooki making her appearance on Raw. I promised myself I would give you my shoot opinion about Snooki, and it relates to Angelina's appearance this past Thursday on Impact. So overall, Raw did a pretty good job this past week, and especially with Stone Cold Steve Austin stunning JBL, and now he being the special guest referee should be a real find for WrestleMania. Alright, let's get right into the Impact report. Impact was last night, and opening was very good with Hulk Hogan coming out there saying that he has control, yada, yada, yada. And, excuse there, yada, yada, yada. Eric Bischoff saying I'm the greatest. Then Sting, interrupting Sting actually, who came out earlier and thanked the fans for helping him become TNA World Heavyweight Champion, which led to Mr. Anderson after Hogan kept running his mouth, yada, yada, yada. Mr. Anderson came out there, killer promo. I have got to tell you, that's got to be the best promo of the week. Mr. Anderson once again delivering an excellent promo. That's why he's one of the best promo men in the business. He called Bischoff sister. I got to tell you, Anderson just hits the spot each and every time. Which would lead to the main event that was made between Mr. Anderson and Jeff Hardy versus Rob Van Dam and Sting. And that will all lead into Victory Road, which is this Sunday. After that was a locker room confrontation between the Beautiful People and the Jersey Shore Girls. Please. Very interesting. And I want to see the dichotomy between Winter and Angelina Love. I sense there's going to be some tension involving this team in the near future for tag team as far as defending the Knockout Tag Team Championships. Then came Samoa Joe, one of the best wrestlers in the world, but I can never understand for the life of me why he would lose to the Pope. D'Angelo De Niro, in such a cheap fashion, bring out the old chain, knock him out 1, 2, 3. Why? Why do that? But Samoa Joe's one of the best wrestlers in the world. Pope is a pretty good athlete in his own right. Let them wrestle and decide something else besides pull out the old chain, knock him out, get a 3 count. It left me very unsatisfied. Samoa Joe and the Pope deserve better than that, TNA. Of course, Bully Ray came out there saying Dreamer stuck his nose in business last week with Devon, which led into the parking lot. Dreamer wanted to fight Brother Ray in the Bully Ray, in the parking lot. Out comes Devon with a chain. I gotta tell you, it looked very stiff. Very stiff. Great job by Brother Devon. Really making it land, make it count against Bully Ray. Of course, Bully Ray will now face Tommy Dreamer at Victory Road this Sunday. Next is the TNA Knockout Division Championship match between Madison Rayne as she once again the Open Challenge. Last week she defeated ODB. This week was the return of Roxy. Unfortunately for Roxy, despite a pretty decent effort, Madison Rayne comes out victorious once again. And she continued to throttle her until Mickie James shows up to make the save. I'm looking for a rematch between those two, believe me, at Lockdown, which is an all-steel cage pay-per-view coming in April. But that's in April. And then we had ourselves a 2-on-1 handicap street fight between AJ Styles versus the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Matt Hardy. Now, I've only seen highlights of it, but Flair can bleed with the best of them. But at the end of the day, it was a low blow by Ric Flair and a twist of fate on a chair, and Matt Hardy and Ric Flair are victorious in that handicap street fight. Then next came Jeff Jarrett's honeymoon. I don't know about you people, but don't you ever grow tired of the ongoing adventures of the Jarretts? Jeff and Karen. Oh, we're going on a honeymoon to Orlando. Who cares? Who really cares about them going on a honeymoon? I hope Kurt T rips Jeff a new one, but that's just me being a little biased here. I'm sorry, that angle does not work for me. As far as I'm concerned, they could take that idea and stick it somewhere where the sun doesn't shine. Next up came Generation Me, taking on Inc. Inc. No pun intended. Inc. Inc. victorious. They're a pretty good team. Looking forward to meeting Beer Money for the tag team titles at Victory Road. And then of course, the 6-woman tag team match was up next as the beautiful people scored a victory over what I like to call the Jersey Shore girls, Sarita, Cookie, and Angelina, and the Jersey Shore cast Angelina, which I'll get into in a minute with Snooki as well. Because believe me, I got a lot to say about that. And then the main event saw RVD and Sting prove to be victorious and at least getting along, more so than Mr. Anderson, who drove Jeff Hardy to the campus. But that is Mr. Anderson for you. What a great athlete this guy is. Comes up with a killer promo at the beginning of the show and ends up with a great moment at the end of the night. Sacrifice sometimes is the best medicine to apply in a main event like that. The winners, Rob Van Dam and Sting. Congratulations to them. Which leads to Victory Road, where Sting will defend the TNA World Heavyweight title once again against Jeff Hardy and Mr. Anderson, the best promo guy in professional wrestling today, bar none. He can give The Rock a couple of lessons if you smell what I'm cooking. Takes on Rob Van Dam at Victory Road, and that would end TNA's Impact. Overall, it was a very good show as far as I'm concerned. Of course, Mr. Anderson's promo tops. Again, I'm telling you, I can't stress it enough. One of the best promos I've seen all week. Very good job from Mr. Anderson. The whole show was very good, very entertaining. This is what Impact is all about. Now, on to my shoot commentary. As promised, we saw Angelina from the Jersey Shore this past Thursday on Impact. Now we come to find out Snooki. That's right, the one with the chest development the size of 2 helium balloons is going to be hosting Monday Night Raw. I'll put it to you this way, ladies and gentlemen. The Jersey Shore and all these reality shows have nothing to bring to the table, and they have no business being involved in professional wrestling. This is a sport as far as I'm concerned, and all this, oh, it's fake crap. They can kiss you know what. I'm going to kiss my You know exactly what I'm talking about. It makes it feel like, oh, we need to be ashamed to be wrestling fans because they bring out the reality stars. That's how I feel about it. Snooki has no talent. Angelina has no talent for as far as the wrestling business. They don't even contribute anything to this business. What the hell is that? Along with JWoww, who could at least had enough common sense to get out of there. But as far as I'm concerned, Jersey Shore, reality shows, I'm going to put an exclamation point on it, all these reality shows have no business in pro wrestling. I can't put it any more clearer than that. On a final note, some business to attend to. Of course, this weekend will be the first weekend report. I'll take a look at SmackDown from this past Thursday, the top 10. The Nitro top 10, excuse me. We'll have some trivia, and I'll have some further information about 1CW, including a major change in the 6-man tag team match involving the Briscoe brothers. And then coming up, I believe, not this coming week, but next week, a special edition of the Nitro Report, the booking sheet, WrestleMania 26. I will give you the lineup as how I would see it as Booker, as well as the results, and how I would have the finishes for those matches. That is it for this edition of the Nitro Report. Again, I apologize for not putting out the Monday Night Raw report Tuesday because of those technical difficulties. Hopefully we'll be able to resolve them in the next couple weeks. Thank you so very much. My name is Paul, the Nitro Skivers. We'll see you this Saturday for the Nitro Corner. See you next time.